Good afternoon, YouTube man. Always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, we got a couple of shows coming up, and this show I'm gonna talk about first. The other one I still got to work on. I was busy with this my live stream and other stuff. You know what? When making content, it's a lot of stuff you got to do. It's a process. It's a process. So anyway, we have a show over in Spain, and it is the Europa Championship Pro. And this show has been around for a good while. And the thing about this show is that this show, I think, the last couple of years, if you know, all you have to do is place in the top two, you qualify for the Olympia. I know last year, Margita Zamalova and Savamate, they qualified for the last Olympia by placing first and second. Margita won that show, and Sava took second because there's not many shows for women's bodybuilding overseas. And this is a very it's a decent show. I've seen some people like Barbara Majan, who I follow. She competed that show, and she qualified for her last Olympia. I think her first Olympia in 2020. And also, I think who else qualified in women's bodybuilding? I'm trying to remember. I think it was not Virginia Sanchez. It's been a while. I think but it's a pretty much show. It's run by another different. It's not. It's one reason. At one point, I don't see it on the list for Wing Strength because it's not a Wing Strength sponsored show. But that's a good thing about this. But there's a slight bit of controversy about this show, and some people sent me the link when they post the list. Some people send it to me. So what I do usually, I wait till the list is official because sometimes you can have competitors that jump on, things be changed. It's a mess sometimes. They don't know what they're doing sometimes over the NPC. But anyway, I'm going to show you the official list. And on top is the person's name we not speak. We not speak her name, and she competed in this show, and I'm surprised. From what I'm certain that I thought, because she was dropped by Wings of Strength because of her particular situation that happened. She didn't get out in front of it like she's supposed to, but it happened, and she's competing at the show. And I'm telling you, I mean, that's why I'm not showing her face. You know who she is. I'm not gonna speak her name. But this is gonna be, somebody sent me the link to the site where it is, and that's the European NBC European, that promotes the show. And really, there's gonna be a lot of shakeup. One thing, if she wins, there's gonna be a big shakeup. She goes to the Olympia because last year she had opportunity last year, and then she didn't compete because of whatever reason. She was busy meddling in somebody else's mess instead of worrying about her own. And then this year she has 12 points. And all she needed was do maybe one or two shows, or maybe just one show where she can qualify by winning. But then she dropped out for a particular reason. And then, I got to see her personally. That's this person whose name I will not speak. I got to see her. And then when it's best way to say it, the shit hit the fan with her situation, it just wild out. And people thought she would get stripped of the title. But the thing is this is where it is about this situation. Even though what she did was a crime, she was convicted of it. The fact was, it's something that she did in the past, and they're gonna, and like I said, it's over in Europe and Spain. They're gonna overlook that, but here in America, we won't, and we know what she did. And I'm not gonna go into details, but if she wins the show, and even like I said, she has to win the show because I think you only get 5 points for this show because it's not as many points as the others, or 5 or 6 points, and if she does get second, then she can possibly qualify you know, just by this either at least by 6 points. If you get 6 points, because Sherry probably has 17 points, and if she gets past Sherry, and like I said, all the other ladies, including the Rice Phoenix, most of them are already qualified, except for Sheena Olick, who has 14 points, and I think you have you know she has 14. She just needs to either get a top five to possibly make the show. But we know who she is, and I'm not speaking of her name. I'm sure like Laura Bordemer, we do not speak of her name. Next up here is another Wing Strength ambassador as well. The other one was a Wing Strength ambassador, and that's Tia Flex from South Africa. Tia Flex is good friends with the lovely Miss Blessing Christopher. Did an interview with a while back, and Tia she earned a pro card as a physique competitor. Now she switched over to bodybuilding. She's done bodybuilding in the Romanian Muscle Fest, and I think also I believe she's done the Big Men Weekend. That show is gone now. They don't have it anymore. So and Tia looks pretty good. From the picture I see, she looks impressive. Now, next up we have here is Christina Arroyo, Christina Goy, Chris Goy, just say Chris Goy from Spain, and this is in her backyard. She's originally from Spain, and she lives in the United States, but this is doing a lot of shows overseas. She did the Portugal Pro just about early this summer, but she should do more. Well, if you live here in the States, she should do more shows in the States. But she feel like it's probably a better opportunity for her to maybe get qualification or even win the show. It's gonna be a tough lineup depending on how condition she comes in. Then we have is Vanessa Lara who's also from Spain. I thought she was from England. That must be the wrong girl. I must be thinking of somebody else. And she's also been competing body flow out here. We also have Claudia Macaro, who competed at the Portugal. I think she got second place, and she's from Italy. She might be short on the point system. She's not on the higher up end. Here we have Sonia Passaro, and she's also competing in the show. I think she's on the bottom of the points. I think she has 1 point. Also, we have here from Brazil, Arsenio Santos. I think actually her name is Barito, but this is what they put on the list, is Santos. And she has 12 points. She's 1 point. She's doing a 3-way tie with Mona Persolet. This person, whose name we may not speak, and she has a impressive physique. She did the Portugal Pro this summer, and if she can at least, I don't know, she did a Brazil show, which was good in her own backyard. All she needs is either, she has to win this show or do the Romanian Muscle Fest, which is next weekend. So she has to win the show or do another show to get enough points to qualify the Olympia. That's the option you have. And right here we have here is Yacia Garcia Speck. This lovely, beautiful Afro Spaniard, and she's a great physique. I'm a big fan of hers. I mean, she's amazing. I would love to do an interview with her. My Spanish is not that great. Maybe I can get maybe Alicia Flario to help translate. I would love to get her on here. I might reach out to her. I think she's lovely. She's a great physique. Now she has 10 points, so she has to win. Or if she make the top, take second place, which if she takes second or win, she's automatically goes to the Olympia. I think if it's said the same guidelines they had for last year, she has to either win or take second place, which gives her Olympia a shot. If she doesn't, she don't have enough points, she has to go back and do Romania again to get enough points to qualify the Olympia. That's gonna be tough. But like I said, she's a very impressive woman. Now, one lady who should be doing the show is Sherry Priami. Sherry has 17 points. And as it is, not enough Americans would do shows outside the country. It's expensive to go travel outside the country. But you never can miss a shot. Sherry has been pretty good. Switching to bodybuilding, taking second place in both Atlanta and Chicago. And I think she took third at Tampa. That's pretty good. I mean, but she's had 17 points. And like I said, like Sheena, she has 14. All she has to do is crack the top 5 at the rising. Like if she can take even 5th place, it could be enough points which push her into the Olympia. And it might push and then also you got to think of also if Mona Soleil takes second, that's 10 points where she would tie with Michelle Jen, and Michelle Jen can get into at least in the top 6, top 7, with the points start drowning out. She'll still be in the getting the lead, still have the lead. So if I was Sherry, she should have done the show. I don't think we should, because I protected Wednesday, and I don't know if they readjusted. They did readjust. There was more competitors, but there was some issues with it. Like one part is like in number 3, Yacia Garcia is the same woman. I don't know why, and there's one woman that's on there that wasn't on there before that they figured took her off because I think she was really a physique competitor. But Sherry should do this show. She should do the show. Now, we have here the list for women's physique. And, these names, I'm going to have a time with them because we have no Americans here. A lot of ladies from different parts of the world. As you know, this show's being held in Spain. Many competitors are in their own backyard. Some women from other countries. Some women as far as Brazil, Honduras, Denmark, I mean, it's a lot of women here. And one lady I'm gonna pick out here is Brigitta. I'm gonna say Miss Brigitta, because I'm not gonna try to shop her. She's from Austria, and I think this is gonna be her pro debut. I think she earned a pro card last year at the Joe Weider Europe Amateur Show. Here's another lady making a pro debut, Amy Chester, and she's from Ireland. Welcome to look at the Irish. Now, there's one lady here. I couldn't find a picture of her. She's from Brazil. Her name is Larissa Coelho. Now, I'm gonna say the rest of her name because it's too long, so I'm not gonna go in details. And I think this might be also her pro debut. Maybe I couldn't find no pictures. We have another lady here from Great Britain, another lovely chocolate lady from Great Britain, Miss Faye Simone Ellis, and this is gonna be her pro debut. I think she earned a pro card back in 2020 or is it 2021, and it was physique. Here we have Kira Goncalves, and she's from Spain. We have is Modessa Habib, and I remember she been doing the show. She's a big man weekend a while back. She was a couple years ago. She took third place at the Europa Championships, which she missed out on making her Olympia debut. So she did the UK Arnold just this about a month or so ago, and I think she's on the way. She's probably just need a few more points, and if she can probably win or qualify the show, she's gonna make the Olympia. Another lady who I couldn't find a picture on her. Her name is Stein Habib. I think Stein Henson. I couldn't find a picture on her, so I just had to take a silhouette. Uh, Another right here we have is Nadia. No, that's the wrong lady. I think that the lady. I think the lady that was Lady Stein, and this lady here, um, Nadia uh, Rodriguez from Honduras. We have here is that's the wrong one. That was Sylvia. What's face? I'm gonna try to keep it with it. We had Jeanette Johansson from Sweden who did the honor UK, and she just did a posing clinic, guest posing at the Sweden show in Sweden with her and Irene Anderson. We have Yoon Kim, who did a couple of shows last year. She's a New York pro, and also she did the Tampa. And she is from Korea, South Korea, actually, North Korea. And she's pretty impressive. I mean, we hadn't seen her in a while. She looks, if you go check my channel, I did a video, and she's on that video, when I did about women Asian, and she has a great body, great physique. We have here is Sophie Leo, one of the 3 women from France who made the top 4, who took 4th place at the Honor UK. So, she looks pretty impressive. She's also pretty how she can look. We have her fellow French woman, Manola Montaro, and if I got her name wrong, I'm sorry, I apologize. Also, we have a lady here from Colombia, and that is Miss Marina. I'm going to say her first name. I think this is going to be her pro debut. We have a lovely lady here from the UK, Miss we have a lovely lady from Spain. I'm sorry, it's because they rebooted the list. I had to redo it, and I forgot the names. This is Laura Chichilla Pantado. And she has been to the Olympia at least 3 times during her career. I think 2018, 2019, and I think 2019, 2020, 2021. I remember a while back, she's the one that said that she was thinking about going over the women's bodybuilding, but the judge told her not to stick with physique. She has some broad shoulders. She just need to bring her legs. And I mean, she has a great physique. I've done a video about her before. We have here for this lady from UK, Miss Laura. I'm not gonna say her name. I think I'm not gonna try to chop it up. And I think this is also gonna be her debut. Also, we have Raduca Waluka from Romania, and she was doing bodybuilding, but she switched back to physique at the last year's, I think, Europa show. She made it. She competed as a physique competitor, did bodybuilding at the last Romanian Muscle Fest, and now she's back to women's physique. Here we have Caroline Alvarez dos Santos from Spain, and she leads in points. So this show, if she does this show, all she does is maybe give her more points, or she can qualify for the Olympia. Either way, she's in a good space. We have here one Miss Marina from Spain, and I think she just did the show in Mariana from Spain. She just did a show in Portugal. We have here one Miss Vanessa from Spain, and I think this is also believed to be her debut. And one Miss Angela Wickelmann, and she is from Germany, and it's going to be her debut. So, like I've said if I want to apologize to all the ladies whose names I didn't get right, or I chopped it up, or I just used your first name, because the fact is, I'm not so good, and I don't want do it takes too much work to try and pronunciate. So I'm just gonna say your first name, or like say Miss Nadia H or something like that. As you know, I'm a Southern boy. I'm still my language is a little bit. I talk a little fast. Yeah, I'm from the South. But anyway, Europa Championships will be 6 o'clock. Will be on November 6th, which is going to be this Sunday. The time zone is going to be different. I think around about in Spain, we are in the United States. I think we're 8 or 7 hours behind them. So you're probably going to start the show around about 7 o'clock their time, which is going to be like, ooh, I think like 4 or 5 in the morning for us. No, I think it's like or late. It's really late night. I think we be still sleeping. It's gonna be like we go back. See, you go 7 o'clock, and we go 7 o'clock behind. Ooh, that's almost. I would say it's just shit. Like about maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, the time thing is it's hard to figure out, but it's in Spain, and if you can, I paste the link to the for the promoter. You can check it out. I think they go by euros. I believe in Spain. I don't know how you want to pay for it or not. If you do live stream, you just check it out. Support this show. I would watch it, but like I said, I got the Rising Phoenix, and like I said, I live on a budget. As you heard my last live stream, I gotta get my car fixed, and I gotta, I can't splurge too much. But I would say check out the show, support these women and these men also. Like I said, the men also in the sport of bodybuilding overseas UCs. And also, this thing is, might I ask you like this, best? More American competitors should take an opportunity and go overseas. Like I said with Sherry Priyami, she has 17 points. She could do this show. She should have done this show because he could probably get an Olympic qualification. Other competitors who are behind the points, I know it costs a lot. It's expensive. But you know what? Any opportunity, you start stacking your chips as early as you can. And try to make your money. You don't want to miss an opportunity like this because this could be a show that could get you Olympic qualifications. I know one dear friend told me that she hated that she missed her show because she done that show. She felt like she could have made Olympia. But like I said, much respect to her and much respect to all these ladies. Check the show out. It's going to be on Sunday. I think around about 7, 8 o'clock that morning, their time, which would be probably, oof, if I figure out the numbers, it gotta be really early for us. Maybe almost midnight, if not 2 o'clock. But like I said, check it out. Support the sport of bodybuilding and support these competitors. And much respect to them and their passion for the sport. Anyway, to me on the way, George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, don't like, subscribe. I'm out.